With your voiceover match Dailicast for today, Monday, August 5th, I'm Chris Lanning from NeighborhoodStage.com. Now, this week on episode 8 of the Voiceover Match podcast, I have part 1 of my interview with the Voiceover Beard. The Voiceover Beard is a successful voiceover artist who's found that success by marketing himself on Instagram of all places. On today's clip from the episode, I asked the Voiceover Beard to explain the idea behind his branding and how that ties into Instagram.
Well, I started out like the vast majority of talent on voices.com and voice123.com, and I just didn't find it efficient. I couldn't find a way to break out. And I knew that no one's going to want to work with you if they can't even remember your name.
Right.
So what do you do about that? You create something that's more sticky, easier to remember. You create a brand for yourself. And at VO Atlanta, every year that I went, everyone's talking about branding, build a brand. But I just didn't see anything that was that committed. I've never seen a voiceover brand that is totally committed to being a character that's kind of otherworldly or, just something that's so sticky that if you just heard it or saw it once, you would never forget it. So I decided I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to go full out and commit to this voiceover character, this voiceover entity, and represent myself as that in lieu of my name, not just like having my name and then kind of like a subheadline, like this is a totally committed thing. And then to bring it over to Instagram, like I just got tired of auditioning over and over on voices.com, voice123, because it turns out, I've read articles and have had talks with people at VO Atlanta that know that most of those sites, they take like 70% commissions. The jobs you see, the prices are like $150, $200, but the clients are actually paying like $800. And those companies are like pocketing, the middlemen are just pocketing such a huge commission. When I heard that, I nearly threw up. And to consider how much time I spent auditioning. And then also, if all the profiles are, they're standardized, you can't really shine. You can't really show who you are.
Right.
And it just makes me feel like a dime a dozen. And I'm just the kind of guy, personally, I have to stick out like a sore thumb. Like in every I've been that way since I was a child, I was watching a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk videos, reading Tim Ferriss blogs, and really sticking my nose in all different kinds of media to learn how people are making moves these days. And everyone's, of course, talking about Instagram. Even voiceover artists are talking about Instagram. You should be on Instagram. But they don't really know how to follow through on that. Like, what do you do on Instagram?
Right.
So I kind of fused everything I knew about social media and marketing and branding and voiceover and what I knew about the voiceover industry. And I figured, well, all the producers, all the people who work at production companies, ad agencies, brands of all breadths and sizes, everyone's on Instagram. And even if it's not their business pages, these people have personal pages, and you can target them, you can hashtag, you can see who's following who and follow them or send them a message, and you can really build a network. Even if someone is like a art director at an ad agency, they're in bed at night scrolling through, and then they see the voiceover beard. Who's this guy? Oh, he's hilarious, and they don't forget me, and then it winds up getting me work. My theory of branding is that. You've heard the Jeff Bezos quote that your brand is not who you say you are. It's what others say about you when you're not in the room.
Right.
So I thought about like, how do I give my audience the right idea about me without shoving it down their throat? So you got to do it by association. So I thought I would take kind of an inherent intrinsic quality about me that'll never change and something that defines me as a voice. And for me, I thought, hey, I have this big, robust beard. I have kind of a bearded voice, and all the things that are associated with beards kind of come to mind, being blue collar or being a dad or being ultra masculine. Like all of those things associate with my brand. All I have to say is the word beard. Beards are kind of trendy right now. People have a lot of mental associations with it. So yeah, I've worked with like beard oil companies. I've played dads in character before, and it just kind of works itself out like that. If you show people who you are, they will make their own associations and their own ideas about you accurately. That's the thing. There's something for you. There is a brand for you that is already a part of you. You just have to discover it. And it might come to you as you're walking down the street or in the shower or whatever. It'll just strike you like lightning. That's what people would remember. That I feel associated with. I feel like that represents me. And it's sticky and memorable.
Still to come this week on the VoiceOver Match Dailycast, I asked the voiceover beard where somebody should start when they're looking at trying to come up with a brand. I also ask him where he gets his ideas for content, how long he's had this brand going and been marketing it on Instagram, and I get his thoughts on content marketing versus brand marketing. Now, to hear the podcast in its entirety, head over to voiceovermatch.com. There you can find all the ways you can listen. With the VoiceOver Match Dailycast for today, I'm Chris Lanning from neighborhoodstage.com. Have a great day.